The Eastern Question and the Future of Lebanon. The Great Eastern Question is a conflictual situation stretching from the Caucasus down to Egypt at the cultural frontier where European Christianity meets Ottoman Islam. The conflicts ultimately got settled in one of two ways: transfer of population or in partition. To resolve the problem of Lebanon, not in partition nor in displacement of populations, is the essence of the federal project. Drafted by Iyad George Bustani. Following the collapse of the ancient regime, princehood in 1842, Lebanon adopted its first constitutional regime. Between 1843 and 1860, the Constitution of Mount Lebanon was based on geographic federalism called
قائم مقام.
It divided Mount Lebanon into a northern region and a southern region, each governed by a sect but each having serious enclaved minorities within it. A childish marble game in summer 1859 triggered a chain of events which ended in the 1860 bloodbath. In 1861, a new constitution
Règlement organique
was adopted. It is a form of ethno-geographic federalism that was also called
المتصرفية.
It was extremely successful until it was rescinded by the Ottoman Empire in 1915. The proverbial peace and development under this governance model was summed up with one sentence.
يا اللي عنده مرقد عنزي بجبل لبنان.
After World War I, Greater Lebanon adopted in 1926 a new constitution. A centralized and unitary political system that negated Lebanese diverse ethnic social fabric. The unitarian and centralized nature of the regime went from crisis to crisis, from the 1937 history book clash to the 1943 ludicrous quid pro quo, not Arab not European,
Deux négations ne font pas une nation.
which then led to the 1958 Civil War, followed by the infamous 1969 Cairo Agreements, and then, the 1975 to 1990 Lebanese Civil War. We were told the war ended and the constitutional reforms and amendments finally gave each his fair share. The Taif Accords kept the 1926 model centralized and unitarian, shifted power from one millet to another. This only added insult to injury, as the worst was yet to come. The 1990 to 2024 so-called peacetime proved even more disastrous than the various wars, as further environmental, social and economic wealth was destroyed than during the violent episodes. From this quick overview of Lebanon's three constitutional experiences since the end of the principality, one can depict two eras of instability and one of peace and development. Indeed, problems arise each time the political boundaries, the legal system, failed to espouse the social fabric of the concerned constituencies. Given the above, one understands that any constitution must be based on certain accepted principles. The recognition of the social fabric as reality. Lebanon, a multinational country. Lebanon is a multinational country. The various populations adhere to different national narratives. The community is the encapsulation of the individual and collective identity. Hence, sect is identity, not religion nor faith. Lebanese carry a dual identity. An organic identity represented by their ethno-cultural and historical heritage, namely, Sunni, Shia, Druze and Christians. Sect being identity, not faith. And a contractual identity, Lebanese. The recognition of the imperative of self-government, cuius regio ius religio. As in Europe, the application of governed and governor have to be of the same faith is a cornerstone for secularism, accountability and development. Enabling each community to freely choose its own leaders and its governance system is the recipe for peace, stability, and development. The recognition of a superior governance model, subsidiarity and scaling. Bottom-up power devolution is the basis of governance. Each municipality will be asked to choose its cantonal belonging. A municipality can decide of almost everything it can do alone and scale when it cannot. Municipalities shall decide how and when to combine their resources and scale up in promoting public good. They can scale up horizontally or vertically. Horizontal scaling up is performed between municipalities irrespective of their cantonal belonging and is mainly concerning hard infrastructure, water treatment plant, sewage system, power plant. Vertical scale-up is essentially between the same cantonal municipalities for universities, museums, printing of history books, religious affairs, promoting religious tourism, police academies. The recognition of the imperative of shared development, solidarity. Development of one municipality must have a spillover effect to drag along surrounding municipalities as much as possible. The structure. Municipal, cantonal, and federal are three preset governance levels. Each Lebanese will benefit from three kinds of affiliation or belonging: the Lebanese ID card, the cantonal citizenship card, the municipal residency card. Each card coming with its specific set of rights and obligations. Any Lebanese can freely elect his principal residency in any municipality, irrespective of their cantonal citizenship. And where one elects his principal residence, one pays his taxes and votes to elect the municipal council. All the citizens of a given canton, irrespective of their municipal residency, will vote to elect members of cantonal parliament and the prime minister of the canton. The elected cantonal MPs will join to form the federal parliament. The four elected prime minister will form federal government, also called Presidential Council. The Presidential Council will be formed by the four governors of the four cantons for a period of 4 years, and each of the governors will become president for 1 year, and all decisions by the Presidential Council will be taken by unanimous vote. The federal powers are essentially money printing, defense, and foreign policy. The recognition of the imperative of checks and balances, direct democracy. Direct democracy. Communities can approve or rejection of decisions in municipal, cantonal, and federal referendums. As Montesquieu said, laws should be like clothes. They should be made to measure to fit the people they serve. As we can see, the new proposed governance system is bottom-up, with each Lebanese residing where he wishes and electing the municipal council irrespective of his cantonal identity and citizenship. At the same time, each Lebanese, irrespective of his place of residency, elects directly or indirectly the representatives in his cantonal executive, legislative, and judiciary bodies. These, then, are part of three federal government.